Sometimes it's not that a person is busier than you. It's just that you probably have more interest in them than they do in you. It's just my information running away with me. How are you guys doing? What have you been keeping yourself occupied with? Okay. How many times have you probably heard somebody say, I'm busy? How many times have you used it? It's too late to turn back time. I believe in falling in love. This thing that we use, that we say to mask so much. A lot of times the busiest people are not the ones telling you that they're busy. They don't have time because they're occupied. But there's a big difference between being busy and being productive. There's a difference between being occupied and not being somebody's priority. And a lot of times we struggle with deciding, well, how do I know that this person is just busy in this moment versus them lacking interest? Friendship, family, okay, romantic partnership, everybody has the same 24 hours, right? And we are all looking to have the same need be met, which is, I want to feel like I matter. I want to feel like I'm important. Okay. I want to feel like you care about me. I want to feel chosen. And there's no shame in that. It's just important to recognize how you are navigating that space. And then the people who are notoriously too busy for you, well, take a look at what they're making time for. One of my favorite lines that I came up with years ago is priorities are organized choices. And when you really unpack that and you think about what that means and what that sounds like, well, it puts things into perspective, okay? I'm busy is just a simple mask. A lot of times it gives people this sense of importance, okay? It is very ambiguous, okay? Because it doesn't really give any descriptors. It avoids confrontation, and it's also, people think, a nicer way of saying I'm not interested. It's just as callous, if not as much as dismissive, okay? Because a lot of times when we say I'm busy, we are kind of, in a certain way, saying that the other person is not. At the end of the day, the things that we make time for, we have to be willing to sacrifice for. The things that we make time for, a lot of times we are interested in. A person can talk about how stressed they are with their kids, their family, their job, but these are all things that they chose to have. There's no shame, okay? People get to make the choices in their lives when it comes to whatever they value. When we say to a person that that's the reason we don't have time for them and they should just get it, well, there's a truth to that we are not expressing. We feel that people should make time for us that we don't make time for. You know that because when a person tells you that they're busy and you say, hey, well, you know what? I'm going to reevaluate this relationship and I'm not going to keep putting effort into you. They get offended because a lot of times we think people should be waiting around for us. People should make time for us. People should prioritize us. Regardless of what they have going on, we should still be a priority to them. We should still be important. Why? Because we all feel like we want to matter, or we all want to feel like we matter, even to people we may not treat with the same kind of care and intention and thought. So how do you determine, well, is this person just busy, or is it this person just really doesn't value this relationship? I say patterns are everything. And pay attention to how a person follows up. So for example, let's say for me, I have clients all day and a person's like, hey, I would really like to chill or get on a phone call, you know? In my head, I'm like, all right, cool. And let's say it's somebody that I genuinely do care about. This relationship matters to me. Naturally, they are in the fold of my life and how my system functions. So I'm going to say, hey, I have clients at this time, hey, what's your availability look like afterwards? Or hey, maybe I can find some time in between for us to chat and just catch up. All right. When a person cares about their relationship with you, they are always looking to make room. There's always a follow-up. There's a bid for connection, and it naturally happens. You are not forcing it. So if you find that you are kind of pulling teeth in certain relationships, you find that a person is always notoriously too busy for you, but they have time for everything else and everybody else, let that be your truth. And you do not have to cater to anybody's feelings who disregards yours. So if a person says they've been too busy, okay, or a person tells you everything that they have going on in their life and you listen closely, you recognize, oh, okay, this is what you were making time for. You just told me everything that you have in front of me. Say less. Think about the things that you want to accomplish in life. Think about what's important for you to achieve. Maybe it could be a peace of mind. Maybe it could be a healthier relationship community. Maybe it could be a more regulated nervous system. If those are your goals in life, You have to be willing to pivot when you are not prioritized versus sulking in it. Think about how many tasks might be on your current to-do list. Go through it. Make a list. See the things that are pressing right now that you've been avoiding. And instead of making time for a person that never seems to have time for you, instead of checking in to see if this person has time because they never seem to check in with you, tend to those goals. Tend to the people who prioritize you. No one is ever too busy for the things that they want to make time for. No one is ever too busy for the things that they want to make time for. People use busyness as a way to distract themselves from themselves. Sometimes people use busyness as a status symbol. Okay, I'm so busy, so therefore you have to fight for my time. You have to earn my love. That's not what relationships are. Speaking from experience, as a person who has a lot to do in a day, I still have time for the people that are the most important for me. The reason why is because they are a part of my life. They are not separate from it. The whole thing of everybody has busy lives. Yeah, we have busy lives full of the things that we want to incorporate, full of the people that make our lives feel full. So to treat somebody like they are a separate entity, they're in a parallel universe that we can't get access to right now, says something. It says that, hey, I compartmentalize you in a different category in my life that is not really that important. So think about what is important to you. Think about why a relationship where you were not treated like you were a priority is so pressing to you. Ask yourself, do I even genuinely like this person? Do I like how I'm being treated by this person? See, a lot of times we just like validation. We might not even value the relationship as much as we think we do. We might just have an issue with attachment or validation or feeling like we always have to earn. So a person that's dismissing us or not being present for us seems like a challenge that we are willing to take on. But it is not always worth it because you are worth more. So a lot of times busy is just a mask. Sometimes there are people who are busy doing absolutely nothing. Busyness means nothing. It is not mutually exclusive or synonymous to productivity. People are busy on social media all day while they're ignoring their actual friends and relationships that are reaching out to them. They're busy doing something. Doesn't mean that they're productive. So think about what you spend your time on. Right? Sometimes you might be busy ruminating. All right. Sometimes you might be busy prioritizing the wrong things in people. Remember, busyness is not productivity. So think about your life. Think about your day-to-day. Think about the people you are trying to incorporate into your life. How do I feel in this exchange? You all have the same 24 hours. And if you are always trying to make time for people who don't seem to have time for you, remember your 24 hours is just as valuable as theirs. You don't have an extra hour, which is why you're able to make effort for them. No, you are making sacrifices. Just keep that in mind, okay? Pay attention. Subscribe, like, follow, and share this with somebody who may need to hear it. You can take this or leave it, obviously, because hey, it's just information.